Another cliche slasher film? Not exactly. Let's talk about it.
Amen.
Amen.
It gets dark, we go home. What is that?
You're Next is the latest home invasion slasher film, but with this you get just a little bit more than what you were expecting to get out of it. And the movie essentially is a family reunion. There are the two parents who are having their anniversary, and they have 4 children. The 4 children come together, they bring their significant others, and they're having this one big little get-together for the parents' anniversary. So during their dinner party, when they first all get together, a group of people come and basically are invading the home to kill them one by one. Now, I was pretty excited for Your Next. I know this movie's been floating around for a little bit. It's been getting a lot of hype through the film circuit, and I love horror movies as it is, especially slasher films, and I just like things to be a little bit unique, and that's not what a lot of slasher films have been doing lately. That's kind of been the cliche, typical bullshit, but this movie definitely gives you a little bit extra, and all that comes in the third act of this movie. The first 2 acts of the movie are pretty by the numbers, is what you'd expect from a slasher film. The characters are a little bit smarter in the movie, but the acting's terrible. There's only really 1, maybe 2 performances that stand out, but one performance in particular that is really kick-ass in the movie, but other than that, the acting is pretty bad. It's basically just your typical slasher film until you get to the third act of the movie, and that's where everything is really, really awesome. I don't want to spoil anything about the movie or give up any surprises because I'm a huge horror fan and I try to avoid as many trailers as I can, so I was pretty surprised by a lot of things that happened in the movie because I only saw the very first trailer that came out. I did not follow all the other trailers that came out, so if you have not seen any of the trailers for the movie, I would recommend not checking them out because there's definitely a couple of really neat surprises in the film if you are a hardcore horror fan. Now, the movie's not entirely original, it doesn't reinvent the wheel or anything, but it pretty much does the same thing that The Conjuring did earlier for the ghost stories. You know, you have a very simple story that we've seen before, and it's just executed well. It's the same thing with Your Next. It's a very simple story, but they just execute it very well. So I was really pleased with the movie. I definitely enjoyed it. I have one gripe with it, and it didn't really ruin the movie or anything. It just took a little bit away from it. I'm not going to say what it is because it's going to kind of give a little bit of the movie away. But other than that, I had a really fun time with Your Next. There's a couple of recognizable faces from the horror genre, so horror fans, you will definitely appreciate that. The movie kind of reminded me of a straight-to-DVD movie that you just happen to check out on Netflix or something, and it just exceeds your expectations. And that's kind of what the movie is anyways because it's very low budget. It's been floating around the film circuit for a while, and finally it just got a theatrical release now. So that's kind of what the movie would have been anyways, and I highly recommend checking this movie out in the theater if you're a horror fan, or if you're looking for something new in the slasher genre. Definitely check this out in the theaters. If you guys seen Your Next, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to keep up with the latest. That's a wrap for now, so until next time, keep it groovy.